right, lovelies. Okay, so I think I sound quite normal to you, but to me I don't. I sound like I'm echoing, so apologies. All right, lovelies. So, missed you all as well. Let's keep our shoulders down and let's just take it into a low squat. And chest elevated. And for 3, for 4. I thought the weather was supposed to be changing. It's gorgeous, isn't it, again? 5 more. 4. I'll just send my love to Janet on screen, and to Serena and Linda, and 2 more. And 1. Have I forgotten anyone? And then into Morecambe Wise for 2, for 3, for 4. Yeah, my ears feel like, do you remember them old-fashioned kettles, like silver kettles, that used to go, it just feels like that constantly. Very bizarre. 3, 2, and 1. Lovely. And then we'll take a nice wide second position. So shoulders down, and down, and for 2, nice and low, and 3, 4. Since Lorraine's on, let's do 30 of these, and 6, and 7. I hope you've all had a good couple of weeks as well. Lorraine, have you had a lovely holiday, babe? 20 more. 19, 18, 14, 13. I read a really good book on holiday called The Women by Christine Hanna. I don't know if you've read it. It's very good if you want a recommendation. And 8 more for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. And then just take a real deep inner thigh stretch. And the other way. And then just see if you can rock side to side. Yeah, it's not like Serena, is it? And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful, well done. Let's come back to centre position and let's just walk just to get a little bit of movement in the spine. So keep our shoulders down, chin towards the chest, gently back, and just slowly coming into our roll down position. Keep softness in the knees if your back's a bit tender. And when you get there, either hands on the floor or to the back of the calf, just have a little rock forwards and backwards. Beautiful. And then we're going to walk it into, just for a little like 10 seconds guys, into the plank position, pushing the mat away, just to increase that bone density in the wrists, a little bit of core strength. Then bring the knees down, flatten the feet, bring your elbows backwards, chest and chin to ground, and reach up into that upward dog. Take a beautiful in-breath. And out. In. And out. And take your feet back into plank, hips nice and high, heels towards the ground, stretching through the calves. Take a lovely breath in. Beautiful. Back to 4-point kneeling, and let's just take our hands slightly back. Let's do 6 counter cats. And round. And 2. God, I should have put shorts on, I'm baking. Two more. One. And then back to centre, and then just gently keep the knees soft to walk your hands back to your feet and gently up. Good. Bit like I've run a marathon. Alright guys, let's just warm up through our shoulders. So let's close our eyes and just try and just feel centred. And then we're just going to take our arms out to the side, and then we're going to turn our palms up to ceiling and bring our palms up to knee. And then back down again just to warm up before some weights. Let's do 4 more. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And then just open your eyes, just circle for 4, circle for 3, 2, 1, and then circle the other side. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Just think my head was disappearing. Alright guys, let's pick up your weights. So have a couple of different ones if you want for different weights. We're going to do bicep first. So let's just take, you can by all means guys lift one leg. I'm just not going to today, my vestibular systems, yeah. So we're just going to turn our palm in for 10. We're just going to lift for 10, for 9, for 8, 7. So other than the diving experience, guys, the perforated eardrum, I had an amazing holiday. Greece is such a beautiful country. And we were so lucky, the weather was like about 28, really low humidity. And then it's all changed now. So yeah, we were very lucky with the weather. And then the other side, turn the palm up to ceiling, and 9, 8, God I feel weak, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful. The other side. So guys, if you've got any advice, I'm off to see Isabel. I've got her like a beauty, you know, the Jennifer Young range. I've got her like a cooling face sprays because I thought that'd be really nice. And I was going to call and get some flowers. But do you think I should get some like, I thought maybe I should get something like really 90% dark chocolate and some like kombucha. Let me know what you think. Sarah Williamson said to me, don't get a flowers, Joe. After my surgery, my house looked like a funeral parlour. So let me know. 2, 1. Well done. And then switch again. Sorry if I'm all a bit sweaty, guys, on screen. And then just into 12 lunges and bicep again. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1, and then take that back heel down, and that way, just take it nice and straight, your arm, keep your shoulder down and just lift it for 12. 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Switch sides. 12 on the other. So again, nice back leg. Watch that front knee as always. 2, 1. Well done. And then again, take that arm out nice and straight. Lift for 12. 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Feel free to change your weight, guys, for the next one if you want. We're going to do the abduction. So 1 foot out to the side, shoulder down, and lift. 11. Just in class, darling. Just wait till I finish class till mobile arms. Just wait till I finish class to mobile arms. Finn, back from the gym. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Switch sides again, shoulders down and lift. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 3, 2, 1. Well done. I'm just going to move my weight, guys. I'm just going to pick 2 up now, smaller ones. So keep feet into first position. Oh, that breeze is lovely. And then just come to here. Make sure the ribs are closed. Let's go into 1 and then a little push. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 more. 1. Well done. And then like this, and then out, and back, and 2, and 3, and 4. Do you know what? I might write a massage voucher out for when she feels better, do you think? Anyway, talking out loud. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Well done. And then down, and then lift. And 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 more for 6, for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and for 1. Let's leave it there. And then just take a... Okay, let's have a nice little stretch. So take 1 foot in front, as always, guys. Whoops, hang on. Reach up, pull, and push the hips out as we go into that lateral side bend. Back up to centre, the hand that's up towards the ceiling, take it behind the head, the other one on the behind the back, the other one on the head. And then just bring it into that next stretch. And then back to centre, and then take your arm out in front, bring it across the midline. And then up, and then in. And again, take a lovely in breath. And out. In. And out. Last one. Beautiful. And then switch sides. Again, reach up nice and high. Oh, amazing bout showcase your science graduation photographs. You got a doctor in the house. And then take a breath in. And out. In. And out. Last one. And then back to centre. And then just have take him, darling. Take him. Next time. And then back up to centre, then out in front. Pull it across. Have a lovely. And last one, tricep, push down. Have we done that one? No, I don't think so. Okay, now it's your time to probably have a little giggle at me, guys, because I'm going to see if I can do a tree pose. So, I'm going to be near somewhere to hold on. So we're just going to see if I can do it through muscle memory. And again, we're just going to find that centre and then just hold. Take some lovely in-out breaths. And then 3 overheads. I look like a mad woman. I feel like I can't move my eyes at all or I'm going to fall. 2, 3. And just hold for 2 more breaths. Well done. And then place that foot over, bring the hips back, chin to chest, the weight forwards, just gently, gently stretching out through the back leg. Take a beautiful in-breath. And out. In. And out. Last one, breath in. And gently, gently restack your spine back up. Good, well done. Let's go to the other side. Oh, quite pleased with this. That's it. Okay, and again. So trick with balance, particularly if your ears aren't great, is you really need to focus on a spot. So let's just hold. Take 4 deep in breaths and out breaths. Well done, and then take thumb and next finger together and then the 3 fingers together and then just bring it in for 4, for 3, whoop, for 2, for 1, and then just hold 2 more deep in out breaths. Well done, and then over and then bring the hips back gently, gently down. Take a beautiful in-breath. And out. Last one. And gently, gently up. Good, and we'll just do one little kind of hold to strengthen. So take it into like a lunge position and then just tuck your tailbone and just hold. 2 more deep breaths in and out. And gently back up, well done, and then just take that back leg into that quadricep stretch. Beautiful, let's switch sides. So again, a nice low lunge, make sure you're tucking your tailbone, reach up, 5 big deep in out breaths. Last one. And gently up. God, I feel as weak as a kitten, guys. I feel like I'm running a marathon. And then gently stretching the quads out. I love watching the guy in the garden behind me. He always doing his garden and his greenhouse and him and his wife sitting having a cup of tea out there. It's really sweet. Okay, beautiful. All right, guys, let's come straight down onto the floor, and we'll just get a little bit of movement just through our spine. So a little bit of kind of kundalini. So you want to try and imagine that there's a wall at the back of you so that you're nice and upright, and we always come back to this position, and we're just going to roll our hips in one direction and then do that really big C curve, roll the hips in the other, and then back up and do another 7 in that direction. Inhaling round, out, breath up. Beautiful, eh? The other way. Last one. Lovely. And then take one hand either behind your back or down on the floor and just take a side bend over and the other way. And beautiful. And then we're just going to take our legs nice and wide. Let's see if you've been doing your stretches while we've been away. And then just walk your hands just to there. You might feel a lovely inner thigh stretch. If you can get further, then do, but try not to take it so far that it's bringing it into the back. Take a beautiful in-breath. And out. In. And out. Last one, breath in. And restack yourself back up. And then take the hands behind the back and then just have the legs nice and wide, just to mobilise a little bit. You can do, this one's quite nice if you want, you can come over and then reach up, but don't worry if it feels a bit like, yeah. Some people, once you get it, it's fine, but at first it can feel a bit weird as to what you're doing. 2 and 1, just to mobilise those hips, guys, and then come onto your back. And let's just keep with that spinal health. So let's just take the ball, place it between our inner thighs, and then just take a minute to just lie there and just find all those body landmarks. So you skull nice and relaxed on the mat, nice gap underneath the neck, shoulder blades firmly down, rib cage down, and then that little gap underneath that lumbar spine. Let's take a lovely breath in, and very slowly start to roll the lower back into the mat, and at the same time as we push our feet firmly in, squeeze the ball as well into that lovely bridge position, so the hips are nice and level. Yeah? Take a beautiful in-breath at the top, and slowly lower, bone by bone. I think bridge is about the only Pilates I did on holiday. I did a bit of side leg, but other than that. And then gently back, push the feet firmly in, gently up into bridge. Breath in, slowly lower. Beautiful, let's do 2 more. Squeezing the ball, pushing the feet firmly in. And lower. Gorgeous. And last one. Lift it up. And then just make sure your shoulder blades are nice and relaxed. And then all we're going to do is raise the heels, and we're just going to do 10 pulses of the ball. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to take the heels down, and we're going to gently come down to the mat. Take the ball away and give your knees a lovely hug into chest. You can have a little roll around and rolling like a ball. Lovely. Okay, so I'm going to give you a couple of, 15-20 seconds, guys, to we're either going to do single leg on our ball, or you can do it on the roll. I'm just going to do it on the ball today. So if you're doing it on the ball, you want to lift into bridge. Find that little kind of hollowness in the back. You should feel, play around with it, get that nice position. If you're on the roller, as you know, the head needs to be at the top of the roller and the bum needs to be at the bottom. And make sure if you're on the roller that the rib cage is firmly in and down. So give ourselves some nice little pelvic imprint releases. You might even want to do this on the mat. I'm going to see if I can balance. My balance has been better than I thought, to be fair. I'm just sweating. And then hold and find that position. So always just remind yourself, pubic bone, belly button. If you were to draw a line, and a line from hip bone to hip bone, everything will be nice and level. Nothing's higher or lower. And then just find that centre by drawing your navel in, away from your t-shirt or pelvic floor in and up. The muscle that stops you wee mid-flow. You only want a slight connection there, 20%. And then keep the core engaged. And take one leg out, nice and slow. And back to centre. Try not to have any movement whatsoever. Oh, Emily and Sam graduated as well, didn't they, Kirsty? I don't know if you saw them pictures, they were lovely. Poor Jane broke her bloody shoulder in her arm, whatever, fell off an e-bike in Italy. So, the drama of holidays, eh? So even when I buy myself a new phone, I am never going to let this phone go. The phone that survives 72 hours at sea. Just in case you're wondering, people are like, I know, but how the hell did you find where it was again? Because we'd anchored our boat at this beach, it had a water spot on this beach. And it had a big metal pole sticking out of the rock, so that's why we knew where it was. But the fact that other boats, the current had churned it up it's unbelievable, isn't it? Let's do 8 more for 8, 7, 6. So the waterproof cases do work, they're bloody brilliant. But just make sure you clip it on when you jump off the boat. Is the moral. 1 more. Oh, why does everything feel tough today? And then bring the knees into chest. Have a really good old stretch of that lower back. Lovely, well done. Take 1 foot down, then the other. Lift the spine away again. Bring that ball away. And then just take your arms out to capital T. So we're just going to glue our legs together and we're going to take our knees to the right, our head to the left. We're going to inhale, let the belly rise up into like a belly breath. Out breath, draw the tummy back in and bring the knees back to centre. Let's go the other direction. And again, inhale, let the belly rise. Out breath, draw the tummy in, back to centre. And 1 more each side. Centre, and the other. Back to centre. And then just, let's come over, we'll do a little bit of side leg, nothing too major first week back. So let's just gently send that bottom hand away from the top foot. So you've got this lift here in the waist, try not to let that waist drop. And we're going to point the foot for 10 and lower for 9, for 8, for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to flex that foot, we're going to drop, lift, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it, we're going to circle for 8, 7, 6, 5. Oh, I might ask Isabel actually while she's off. Maybe she might want to, mind you it's early, it's only 2, and circle back 2 weeks on Friday since the op, so no, but I might ask her if she wants to join this group. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Well done. That's all I can manage today, guys, on that side. And pull in. And then just gently onto your back, just to give it that nice glute. Oh, actually, it's not a nice glute stretch, it's painful. Push in. And then just grab your legs. If you've been doing a lot of walking, I've not, I usually train on holiday and I've not really trained, but I've done so much walking. And then we're just going to take it in and out. It's quite hilly Greece as well. So in and out. And then we're going to anchor it in. And we're just going to gently, just a little bit, just a few ins and outs, just to kind of floss that impinged area through the sciatic that can get. Otherwise, if you want to bring it further, you can. Soften the knee, bring it back to centre, and then just take it out to the side. And soften the knee back, and just gently allow the foot to come back down. Slowly come over onto your side. That transition onto the other side. Again, we're going to gently really reach that bottom hand away, lift up that bottom waist, feel strong through the core, and lift with a pointed foot for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, what a gorgeous day, 3, 2, it's been a good summer on me guys, and then flex, and then down for 12, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, nearly there, this side's harder, 8, 2, 1, last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, I wonder how Joseph Pilates came up with this move, 2, and 1. Well done. I'll try and do better next week. And then take that foot and again place it, oh, glutes are tight. And grab your band and just let's stretch that side out, just a nice flex and a point. Flex and a point. I'm going to get a very quick shower trying to avoid my ears and put a sundress on because it's, because I don't know if it is baking or it's just me, but it feels very lovely. And then in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. And then just gently, whoa. And then over. And guys, we must get that lunch date sorted, mustn't we? I'd be happy to do it here, you know. Now, while it's light, so you're not driving in the dark and stuff. Or we can meet in Leeds again. And then out. And then back to centre. And just take both legs in and just push the heels up just for 10 seconds. Really push them up towards the ceiling. And gently lower, or if you want, if you feel strong enough, draw the belly in and just come up to seated position and then just over onto your front. And I'm just going to come and say quick hello guys, and then just circle, circle 2 in the other, and then in your own time just gently come back or keep seated. And I'm just going to come and turn the video off here.